I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen and another episode of What's for Dinner. Tonight, dirty rice is on the menu, inspired by Bojangles and my visit with Heather and Matt over the weekend. We bought Bojangles for them because you can't come to North Carolina unless you get some Bojangles. And of course, one of their side fixins is dirty rice. And while mine may not taste exactly like theirs, it certainly is delicious. Dirty rice is a great way to use up leftover rice or just about anything you may have in the refrigerator that needs to be used up. It's a one skillet meal and everyone's gonna love it. So let's go see how this all comes together. We're going to go over all of the ingredients for this quick and easy dirty rice. And the reason it's quick is because it's kind of a leftover makeover. We're using cooked rice that I have left over from a meal last week. And there's about 6 cups of rice here. You can use a little bit more, but I don't recommend it. 6 is probably optimal. We're going to start with a pound of ground beef, your choice. I'm using a grass-fed 80/20. We're going to be using a pound of country-style sausage. This is just bulk breakfast sausage. Now, I accidentally bought the hot kind a couple of weeks back, so I wanted to use this up, and dirty rice is the perfect application for hot sausage. So we are not going to be adding any cayenne or red pepper flakes because this stuff is going to take care of that. We're going to need about a cup of chicken broth, and I love these. These are just exactly 1 cup, and you just use them and then toss out the container. And then our vegetables. We're going to be using 1 medium Vidalia onion, about a cup of chopped bell pepper. Now I've used half green and half red, and I ran all of my vegetables through my mini chopper because I wanted them super fine. And about a cup of celery chopped the same way. And then I have some curly parsley. This is just parsley that I chopped with my knife, so you can do it however you like. And then the seasoning. Here we have a half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of cracked black pepper, a teaspoon each of paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder, and a half teaspoon of ground celery seed. And that's it. Super easy. You can leave out these spices and maybe use your favorite Cajun spice blend if you want, in which case I would use at least a tablespoon's worth. And I almost forgot, we're going to use some green onions to sprinkle on the top when we're ready to serve it. So we're going to go over to the stove. I'm going to brown off the meat, and then I'll bring it back when the meat is all browned up because you probably don't need to see me doing that. And then we'll just start to construct our dirty rice. This is so easy. You aren't going to believe how easy it is, and it's so delicious. All right, we got our meat all browned off, and I like to brown this almost until you think it's like overdone, but I love it this way. And we are making dirty rice, so you want a little bit of a toothsome bite to that meat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add all of our spices right in there. And then I'm also going to add in all of our veggies and our parsley. Give that a good mix. And because we have cut the vegetables so fine, they are not going to take very much time to cook at all. So we're just going to let these go for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll add the rice and the broth, and we'll almost be ready to eat. How easy was that? Okay, our veggies have sauteed for about 5 minutes and everything is good to go. We're going to go ahead and add our broth in here because this is a little bit dry. I'm going to go ahead and toss my rice, and because my rice is left over, it's going to soak some of that up. Now, if you want to do this with uncooked rice, you can do that. Well, you put 2 cups of rice in here, dry, long grain, white rice in here, and then you would put 4 cups of water, and then you would just bring it to a simmer, and then put the lid on it and let it boil until the rice had absorbed the majority of that water. And then, you know, just cook it like rice, only you're going to be cooking it with all that goodness in there, all that sausage and that ground beef. This looks just like dirty rice. How about that? I'm going to meet you back over at the counter. We'll fix you up a plate of dirty rice, and we'll be right back. Well, it seems that we lost the final clip of this particular video, but I'm going to just go ahead and do a voiceover and tell you how much we really enjoyed this dirty rice recipe. This actually made enough for our entire family to have 2 separate dinners out of it. So after we were done with supper on this night, I went ahead and I put it in a Ziploc bag and I froze it. And we will enjoy this another time as a side dish or as a full-on meal with the vegetables. I want to thank you for joining me today and see how I make my dirty rice inspired by Bojangles. If you liked the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, welcome. It's always wonderful to have new people join me in my kitchen. I hope that you will consider hitting the subscribe button before you go. If you're already a member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, thank you. And be sure and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you give dirty rice a try if you've never given it a try before, or if you love it and you haven't made it in a long time, you know you want to make this. I hope you try it and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.